Worst event. Yes, the worst event that could possibly happen to somebody when on this website is to stumble upon this channel. Right, how do we carry on with our lives? Not by crashing the game, Phil. Not by crashing the game. Right, let's try that again. Right. You got past the first loading screen and now we're into the second one. Right. Is Unlucky 13 gonna herald another crash? Or are we going to have better progress this time? Right. What, I don't know what this word is. Never mind. I thought this was just the title at first. It didn't even strike me that's completely not what the name of the game is. Which is a word I'm not familiar with. And these were just the only two options. Never mind. Let's play the game. Press E to start the engine. Ah, right. Okay. I seem to be a character from The Exorcist. Dare I repeat myself? Press E to turn on the radio. Come listen to some smooth sounds. Funkylicious. These are so my beats. I'm down with the kids. Goodness sake. I seem to be a country doctor though, judging by my bag. Let me see if I can drive my car. Gosh darn it. I knew I should have bought some modern German thing rather than this old knackered jalopy. This isn't going to work in a dozen years, is it? Right, never mind. It's, I mean, it's very American. I'll say that for nothing. Alright, this is a game that I don't know very much about, except that apparently you're in a forest or something, and it's a bit spooky. That's about all I know, and we probably could have guessed that from the wee bit of set dressing we've got here. Can I run? A little bit? A little teeny tiny bit, an almost unnoticeable bit. Right. This house is quite big. This door is enormous. Am I a very small person, or is this a very big house? I don't know, but if they're wealthy, I'm sure they won't mind loaning me a new car. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Knock again. Let's just do some more knocking. Get a bit of exercise in, not for the usual reasons that. Never mind.
Who is this?
I don't know. Oh, I am a doctor. My name. I am a doctor. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name for the sake of not trying to offend them. My car's a wreck, so you better help me fix this mess. My goodness, you're a demanding little tyke, aren't you? Right. I am a doctor. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but my car has broken down.
A broken car? That's unfortunate. I'm not used to visitors, especially not out here.
Right. In the upper right-hand corner behind my big flap and pie hole, there's a little word that says history, but I don't actually have a mouse, so I don't know how I'd be able to click on that.
Would you like to come in and use my phone to call for a tow, or perhaps I can get you a nearby mechanic?
That would be extremely kind of you, thank you. I really should be getting back to my car to wait for help, the help which isn't coming because I haven't phoned anybody. Actually, if you wouldn't mind just handing me the phone here, I think I'll make the call from the porch. What year do you think this is? You are allowed to go into people's homes, you know. Okay, but just to the phone, you see, I have other interests in the area. Perhaps we can have a little chat, you and I. What are you insinuating, sir? Kindly keep your particulars to yourself. Honestly, as a doctor, you'd think he'd know better. How about we just say, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Well, this is a stark contrast to where we've just been, isn't it? Right. You keep your house very clean. That's nice. Hello. Please blink, otherwise I'm going to get quite scared of you.
Please, come in. I'm glad to offer a helping hand to someone in need, especially on such a night.
You sound about 30 years older than you
Nights
look.
are unforgiving here, and the woods are not kind to strangers. It's better to be indoors where it's safe.
Right. That seems like a good idea. I don't know why those googly eyes are looking out from me, looking out from the painting at me. Thank you for letting me in. If you could show me to the phone, I should call my wife. Right, that seems reasonable.
The phone is just down the hall. Last door on your left. It's a bit secluded, but you'll find it quite private for your call.
Yes, I've no doubt. I mean, how private of a... I'm just gonna say, excuse me, dear, I've broken the car again. Can you come and save me? I mean, that's pretty much the long and the short of what's gonna happen, but...
Would you prefer tea or coffee?
I suppose we'll have to wait, won't we? Need something strong to keep me alert. That seems like a wise idea. A cup of coffee would be very kind of you, thank you. Right. She still hasn't blinked. But other than that, everything's going marvellously. I'm not judging your personal choices, I'm just saying as a medical man, I don't recommend. Right, moving on. Let me wander around your house and invade your privacy after you've been so considerate of mine. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. It is a boudoir and no mistake to resurrect a word I haven't used in a year or two. Alright, never mind that. Let's go back outside and wonder why the door handle shifts to the sides. Ah, excellent. I can sew back together my dignity after it's been torn to shreds. Tremendous. Right. Hello. I've made some terrible mistakes, darling. The wife, the friend, the towing service, or the police. Let's call the wife. That's what we said we'd do. Oh yes, that's right. I forgot. I don't have a wife because I'm insufferable. Right. If I pay people, will they pay attention to me? Oh, I don't know. My car is broken down in a remote area. Can you send a tow truck? I'm stranded with a vehicle that won't start. Can you help me with a tow?
Of course. Where exactly are you right now?
He's friendly. Got a creepy voice. There are just trees. It's quite rural. I mean, that narrows down. I mean, okay, so you're not in the ocean, you're not on top of a mountain, and you're not in the middle of a city. It doesn't narrow it down quite much.
Sorry we couldn't be more help at this moment. Stay safe, and if you get any more information, don't hesitate to call us back.
Sorry. What? You're supposed to be the one helping me. Why am I having to provide you with more information? What are you, a journalist? That was no help. What? So so much for the privacy. Good afternoon, madam.
Your coffee is ready, Doctor. I've placed it on the table there in the living room. Please come and enjoy it while it's hot.
Yes, indeed. Why does some of the voice lines differ from the
By the way, I've taken the liberty of contacting someone to look at your car. They should have it fixed by tomorrow.
That's very kind of you. I didn't know you had two phones. An affluent lady, and no mistake. Not just one phone, but two. Well, that was very kind of you. Maybe I can repay you by cleaning your windows. You know, for somebody who's so fastidious about keeping their walls, floors, ceilings, and ornamental marble tables so perfectly clean, I thought you'd be similarly fastidious about your windows, but seemingly not. Alright.
Come sit here, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, what in the name of Bluebeard's bollocks did you just say? Thank goodness her head doesn't spin around like mine did. Right, here is a man looking a little bit wry, with a very small wolf on his lap. Right, what else do we have in the house? A dining room? A heck of a dining room, in fact. How big of a tea party were you imagining? What did you think an entire bus was going to break down outside your house? A key is needed. Ah, right. Okay, I dread to think one's kept at that. Maybe I simply don't want to know. Would you mind if I regaled you with a little Rachmaninoff? Ah, well, I'd mind, because I don't know, maybe I have no fingers, I can't play. I mean, I just can't play full stop, but we shan't worry about that. Right, let's have a sit and have a drink. I can't move my head anymore. I've got rigor mortis. At least the shadow is there to tell me that she hasn't run away. My goodness. Well, this is an awkward first date, isn't it? Ah, yes. Do you come here often? I imagine you do. Probably about 5:30 every day when you get back from work.
I hope it was to your liking. It was a bit of a blend I make myself.
Ah. A little bit of cappuccino, a little bit of Americano, and quite a lot of Rohypnol.
You look quite worn out, if you don't mind me saying.
No, I don't mind you saying. I do mind you murdering, which I'm sure is what you'll do next, but by all means carry right on.
Why don't you stay here for the night? The bedroom is just down the hall, right door. You can get a fresh start in the morning.
It might be best to accept your hospitality. Yes, it might. Where else, my friend, are you gonna sleep, right? You have a car out in the woods, you've got a porch where you'll probably get eaten by a fox or something. I think I'll stay. I've heard some people force laughter at my jokes before, but never quite that. Mechanically. Right! Off to bed I go. I stand up. Yes, I can. It was lovely to meet you. I would be more than happy to prescribe you something for that chin tremor you've got. Anyway, with all that said, I'll say good night and I'll go to bed. And I will hide under the covers until morning. My goodness. Can I go to bed? I'm a little bit scared. I'm sorry, what the... What? I don't think I want to know what half of this is. Nope. Nope. Let's just take that little compartment and compartmentalize it in my mind and bury it, and then we'll only find it again, 40 years later after several thousands of pounds worth of professional therapy. I think I've fallen asleep. There's no to murmur in such a manner. Would you stop making noises like that? You're disturbing me. Right, I seem to have grown much shorter. I don't remember the bed being this tall before. Right. Right, I've never been so grateful for a silent protagonist before. Right! Shouldn't I have used the bathroom, or brushed my teeth, or had a shower, or anything? No? Ah, you're playing some nice music. Could I regret looking in there? Could I worry about copyright? Yes. Let me stand on this side of the room so that the copyright is slightly harder to hear and thus that delay the lawyers by a minute or two.
I hope you slept well despite everything. I just heard your car is all fixed up and ready to go.
It's kind of them. I didn't even pay them.
They managed to sort out the trouble quicker than expected. You must be relieved to hear that.
I am. And I'm being posed with the quandary of how I can be presented by so much information which is benign, but at the same time feel so deeply disturbed that something is very wrong. Well, it's been nice knowing you, but this is where I get off the train. It's the end of our soiree. I think I'm gonna go to my car now. And it's still the middle of the night, because of course it is. Right. Oh, and I left the lights on and the battery running, and now the battery's dead. Oh, good. I am so gonna get murdered in a minute. Okay. I'm glad that they brought it back to the exact same spot that they took it away from. I'm glad to see that they're tidy, if nothing else. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It would appear that somebody is a little bit of a fibber. Well, that's less than sublime, isn't it? You know what? Cars are overrated, and having feet which aren't covered in blisters are overrated. Let's just leave. Let's just get the hell out of here as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, I was expecting to have encountered an invisible barrier by now, so I'm slightly confused as to where, if indeed anywhere, this will go. It looks like we might be coming to a close, actually. I don't mean with respect to the video. I mean just with respect to the tree line. It seems to be sort of closing off a certain amount. Also, is it my imagination just from looking at this, looking like a sideways view here, or are we heading uphill quite severely? The gradient, my goodness! Need a 4x4 to get up a hill like this for crying out loud. Alright, right, no. Now we've encountered the invisible barrier after I've spent about half an hour wasting my life. Okay, well they do say it's a very important, as a doctor I know this, I've got a bag and everything. It's very important to work exercise into your day, wherever and whenever you can, and wandering around in the mysterious daytime that was the same as nighttime whilst you wait for a murderous madam to maim you is, you know, it's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity to incorporate some exercise in an otherwise sedentary routine. Right, I remember doing something equally daft in one of the First to Fathom games once, where we'd wander down a road because
Yeah, you heard me right. This fellow thought he could give old Death the slip, like some kind of high-stakes game of tag. But you know how the story goes, friends. You can't cheat the final curtain call. Nah, this poor soul didn't get off that easy. Instead of resting easy in the great beyond, he got himself a one-way ticket to an eternal grind. Imagine that. Pushing a rock up a hill only to watch it roll back down, day in, day out.
I think this man has a job. Right, okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's playing. I don't know what's going on. It sounds very professional, though, so it's possibly a real radio show, or just some very good voice acting. I don't know. I have no idea. I am frightened to return to the humble abode of my lovely hostess with the mostess methods of murdering people, but can I go around the sides of the house, actually? Like, go around the back? Can I do that? A little bit, but I don't think I'm supposed to. I feel like I'm going to break the game if I do that. So, can I go around the other side? I'm just curious if there's anything like around the back or anything. Possibly? Possibly, yes. What is around the back? A secret door! A secret entrance! Possibly into the room that needed a key, I don't know. I can't go through. Maybe this is meant to be no, actually, looking at the complete end of the world over there, maybe I'm not meant. I thought perhaps if I went inside, maybe there was a way I could get into that room which needed a key, and that would lead me towards that door, and perhaps I'd escape out of the house later via that door. But no, actually I don't think that's how the universe works. Oh good, now it's locked. Just open the door already, I don't have time for this. Oh dear, I'm going to try and be polite.
Who is this?
It's the same bloke as me. Don't you know who I am? Open the door and stop wasting time. How do you not recognize me? I was here like 5 minutes ago.
You're delusional if you think I know who you are. Just leave me alone.
You're very calm. I'm the doctor, darn it. My car still isn't fixed. Open the door now before I make you regret it. Okay. I'm going to lose my anger and my ability to capitalize the start of sentences and say this instead.
Dear, a broken car unfortunate. I'm not used to visitors, especially not out here.
Well, I was going to say if I did know better. I don't know better. But if I didn't think I knew better, I'd say the game had bugged.
Come in and use my phone to call for a tow, or perhaps I can get you a nearby mechanic.
I'm not stepping foot in that creepy house again. Alright. Here we are again! Well, looks like the first coffee date wasn't so awkward we couldn't have another one. Ain't married life grand. Right, okie doke. Let's carry on with life. I'm so frickin' confused. Knife smooth for carving the cucumber, presumably. Don't you carve my cucumber.
Doctor, I must ask you to refrain from wandering about uninvited.
I think you'll find the door was locked until you unlocked it because you'd heard my name.
This old house has its quirks and privacy. Please, let's stick to the matter at hand.
Are you suggesting some form of impropriety on my part? You're the one who left your parts in my bedside table.
If you need something, just let me know.
You said that in a very matter-of-fact manner.
I'm
I'm
glad
right
to offer a helping hand to someone in need, especially on such a night.
Yeah. I'm beginning to agree with you. It is a hell of a night, isn't it?
Nights are unforgiving here. And
Hang on a minute, that painting's
are not
changed.
kind
When did that happen?
strangers.
The dog was in his lap
It's
before.
better to be indoors where it's safe.
Yes. Alright, I'd better go call my wife
The
again.
phone is just down the hall. By the
I
way, when you
remember.
return, would you prefer tea or coffee?
You know what? I think let's change the pace. Let's have a cup of
Certainly,
tea.
doctor.
Let's have a cup of tea. Let's have a cup of tea. Right. When did this change? I don't know. I'm frightened. I don't want to die. But I'm sure I will die. That's just the fact of being alive. But no. Putting that to the side, I don't want to die in this house. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about all the things I did that made you divorce me. Like, I'm sorry, we're trying to forge a dial-up connection now. Oh, darling wife of mine, come back to me. Bloody hell. Put the damn phone down. I'm very glad that's over. Who do you want to call? After that ravaging? No, nothing. You know what? I think it's about time I called the police.
911. What's your emergency?
My goodness. That sounds more like the voice of a person you bring up 911 to get away from. I'm at a stranger's house and I feel
I
frightened.
understand, sir. Can you tell me anything about your surroundings?
Everything's awful. Trying a shortcut home and I ended up somewhere. Yes. But I'd go with the sat nav
Are you
next
in
time.
immediate danger from anyone there?
I feel like I might be. Yes, I'm certain the woman here is sick. She's exhibiting serious signs of mental distress. Yes, and I'm inhibiting. I am inebriated. I am demonstrating, because I can't think of what the actual word is, severe brain problems as well, because I haven't run away yet.
Stay calm, sir. A patrol is being sent out. Stay in a safe spot and don't do anything stupid.
But this is me we're talking about. I've made a pastime on this website of doing stupid things. No.
Your tea is ready, doctor. I've set it out there in the sitting room. Please come and have a seat. It should help warm you up.
That would be lovely. Don't mind the number that I dialed. My wife got a phone very early on in the days of telephone numbers, so
By the way, I've taken the liberty.
that's kind of you. Thank you. I'm grateful. Now, how about How about...
Sweetheart.
Would you stop saying that? How about... Oh... Blimey. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is not fun on a Christmas bun. It's not even fun on an Easter bun or any other holiday you care to imagine. Oh, blimey. Sorry, I was clearing my desk of some rubbish. Right. Is it my imagination, or am I located a little lower down than I thought otherwise? Sir, don't slouch. It's no way to impress people. Especially people who want to murder you.
I hope it was to your liking. It was a bit of a blend you made yourself.
It seemed to be, didn't it? I just seemed to empty out my bag of all the prescriptions I was delivering today and just, made a pick and mix of the whole
Quite
thing.
worn out, if you don't mind me saying.
I probably can't even understand what you're saying. I'm so swimming in
Why
drugs.
don't you stay here for the night? The bedroom is just down the hall, right door. You can get a fresh start in the morning.
Yes. Yes. I suppose.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, if the alternative was sleeping under the bushes in the rain, I think I'd take getting murdered over that. Alright. Here we go again. I feel oddly like I'm playing PT. Shan't worry about that, my goodness gracious me. Okay. Still not seeing a key anywhere to this door. No. Don't mind me rattling your house. I'm just exploring. Alright, let's just carry on as if everything's definitely fine. Okay. Let's go inside. And no, I'm not even going to look. I'm just gonna go to bed. Oh my god. I find ticking clocks irritating at the best of times, but I don't understand how anybody can have ticking clocks in their house. I find them almost as irritating as these hiccups I'm being besieged with at the moment. I'm gonna go straight out the door, so I don't have to listen to those sounds anymore. I can't call anyone else on the old dog and bone. So, goodness, those police officers didn't arrive when they said they would. Please don't murder me. We've got to the pleading stage. Please don't murder me.
Good morning. I hope you slept well despite everything. I just
Despite
heard
the
your
fear.
car is all fixed up. They managed
That's
to...
lovely. Thank you so much. You're so kind to me. I am so grateful. Oh my goodness. Could this shush a little bit? No, I don't think it could shush a little bit. Okay, is this still locked? Yes, it is. Okay, right. How many times are we gonna go through this little song and dance until I irritate you enough that you boot me out of your house permanently? I really don't know. Okay. Let's go again. Oh, I've pressed E on the door and now the game's crashed. Yep, I've crashed the game. Oh, good. Tremendous. I've done it again. Oh, God. I don't want to play through all that again to mend this if this is properly broken. Right. We'll give this a minute, see if it can fix itself, and if it can't, then I think we'll say goodnight Vienna here and now. Right. The game didn't mend itself, and I don't have the time in my life to go all the way back. So, this was a very creepy and unnerving beginning to a game. I don't know what the ending of the game looks like, but perhaps you will play it for yourself and you will find out. I apologise that I broke the game, but never mind. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the game, but whilst I was restarting it, I did have a quick look at its definition, for it's not a phobia that I'm familiar with. Apparently, it's the fear of being happy, the irrational fear of being happy, experiencing happiness, with some connotations that it will lead to negative events. Presumably the sort of, if you're not happy, then nothing can make you sad, if you don't fall in love, you can't have your heart broken, that sort of, logic to it, which I know is an oxymoron to try and apply logic to a phobia, because that's just simply not how it works. If I whinge on long enough, do you think we'll actually get far enough up the road that we'll reach her house? That seems possible, or is it slowing down? It's going to come to a stop at some point. I feel like it might stop. Anyway, it's very interesting. It takes a curious approach in that it keeps things quiet, it keeps things subtle, it keeps things normal, it keeps things quite natural. It doesn't make a loud, showy exposition of vampires and demons and monsters. And as I've said before, the more human horrors are often those which hit a little bit deeper, at least for me anyway, because a good horror is the sort of thing that should keep you up at night a little bit, even though I typically sleep frightfully well after recording, because I'm dead beat afterwards. I mean, I was dead beat before, but we won't worry about that. So, the more human horrors are the type that can keep you up a little bit at night, I feel, because they're the type that you can feel it might actually really happen. You could imagine somebody driving down a road in the countryside, breaking down, trying to find help at a nearby house, and encountering a bit of a strange person. Somebody broke down on my road, they might encounter a bit of a strange person if I wasn't busy recording anyway. So I like that aspect of it. I do find it intensely creepy. As I said, there are certain elements that are a bit, as you get further into it, there are certain elements that are rather creepy. The contents of the drawers, they're very creepy. The way that she pretends that she's asked somebody, or seemingly pretends that she's asked somebody to help with your car, and then nobody comes to help with it. The fact that it's always night. The fact that you start drinking with your drugs. Oh, it just goes back in the end. Oh, and you just sort of metronome your way across. Interesting. Right. Okay. Never mind. This is a weird game. I like it, and I wish I'd got to see the ending of it, because I am curious to know what the ending is. But hey ho, you can have a play of it yourself. Well, at least it was free when I got it. Anyway, it was a good game. I like it. It's a nice game. So I rather enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.